everyone, it's Kathy here for Bello's Designs, and today I wanted to show you how I created a autumn scene card, or as Americans say, fall. It's done in oranges and lemons and browns, and it's a lovely card to give for someone for Thanksgiving or perhaps an autumn birthday. So for this card you'll need a piece of multifarious card which is 4 inches by 6 inches, and then I had a piece of brown matting card that I cut to 4.25 inches by 6.25 inches, and then that will be mounted onto a piece of card. Once folded will measure 5 inches by 7 inches. The stamps I used today were all Lavinia stamps. I used the Pheasant LAV 092, Horse and Foal LAV 006, Mini Pippin LAV 581, Slender Mushrooms Miniature LAV 151, the Lavinia Birds LAV 097, Small Trees LAV 663, Birch Tree LAV 649, and the larger leaf spray out of the set, which is LAV 741. All of the details of the products used will be underneath the video when it goes onto YouTube. Now I also used a couple of these acetate hill masks, so I've got a couple of different sizes of those that I'm going to be using for the background. I have, for the background, oops, got my pippin stuck there, they get stuck under everything. I have the Lavinia Truffle, the Russet Orange and the Sundance, all of elements for the background. For the stamping I'm going to be using Versafine Clair Nocturne, Acorn and Golden Meadow. For the element inks I've got some stencil brushes, one in each colour, so whichever tool you use for your elements, to use those. I have a couple of Posca pens in a sort of coral colour and a yellow. I have a black pencil in case it's needed, a water spray with a bit of kitchen paper for the background, and some glue, so you have glue of your choice. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to start with the Sundance with the lemon, and I'm starting on the outside, working in, because I want the bit in the centre to be lighter, so I'm doing that bit now. It's only got a little bit on it. I'm doing the centre, so I'm just doing it in swirly motions, like I say, working from the outside in, just going around the card. There we go. Once I've gone all the way around the card, I'm going to change now to the orange. That's finished. Orange. Russet orange, and again I'm starting in the corners, I'm working my way in, but I'm not going to go right into the centre because I want the centre to be yellow, so I'm just working around the edges, coming in about a third of the way. And the truffle, now this truffle is the first time I've used it, so it's going to be very wet, so I'm going to dab off an awful lot from this because I don't want it to be so dark. And then very, very lightly around the edges. Taking the vast majority off because, like I say, I don't want it to be too dark. fine. Right, so now I'm just going to squirt some water. I'll have a little bit on my glass mat there. I'm going to leave that because when I do some grounding I want to use the same colour truffle, so I want it to be quite light. So before I go any further, I'm just going to go over with what's on my brush with the orange, just to give it a bit more of an orangey colour. It's fine. Right, so I'm going to start with the pheasant. I'm going to use Nocturne for all of the creatures and the mushrooms. So with this one, I want the fence to come up to fit Pippin. So if I wanted Pippin there, for example, I'm going to need the fence about there. So I don't want it too high because I want to get the horses above it. So, and I'm just going, whoopsie, just going slightly over the edge of the card so that we don't get a gap. Now, if you accidentally don't go to the edge, that's when a black pencil can be useful, because you can take it, extend it to the end of the card. And talking of which, I think I had a hair, actually, I think one of my hairs got stuck on that stencil, so I'm just going to go over that bit there. It was just like a hairline. A bit there too. There we go. Right, give that a wipe, make sure the hair's gone. I can see it's stuck under the pheasant there. Right, and next I'm going to do the horse and foal. And these I want to be a bit above the pheasant's head. That's fine. And then press down. And then we're going to do the large birch tree, and this I'm going to be doing in acorn. Oops. Need to hold this up so I can see that I'm covering it. There we go. And this one needs to be about here. Perfect. Turn that page over, I'm looking at that mess. Now I'm going to do the smaller trees. So I've just chosen one of the two. That's the set. I'm going to use the same one for both. So let me just get the excess off there. This one I want to go just behind the horse's tail, so he'll go there. And this one, I'm making a mess there. This one I'm going to put in between the two horses' heads, so he'll go there. That's that one. Now I'm going to do the birds, and I'm going to do those in black. And they can just be flying up there. Right. Now, using the rounded hilly one, I want the higher hill to be on the left, I think, so I'm going to get a little bit of that down. There we go, so it gives quite a subtle background, and then I'm going to put a bit more on to do across the bottom here to ground the horses. Just lift that, yeah, that's fine. Now I'm going to be using the leaf, I don't know what it's called now, is it? Leaf spray. So first of all, I'm going to stamp that in acorn. I want to do this at a slight angle. There we go, let's just give that a wipe. And then I'm going to use the same stamp, but I'm going to use the Golden Meadow. So the bits at front are going to be brown, and the ones that are a bit behind will be in the Golden Meadow. Do a couple over here, and then some acorn. There we go. And next, I'm going to have a little pippin. Move it down slightly. So I want him sitting around about here. And the slender mushrooms. I'm going to do those in black as well. Excuse me, I just got it on my fingers. And I have one bunch there, one bunch there, and a smaller bunch there. So that's all the stamping. Now I'm going to use the yellow and then the corally colour just to add some little and then I'm going to use a little bit more of the Elements truffle, dab a bit off, and then I'm going to find my acetate flatter one, and I'm going to go around pippin in the bottom. Just going to ground pippin a little bit, and just do a little bit across the bottom here. I'm very happy with that. You could go around with the brown a little bit more around the edges, just to add a little bit. There we go. Just stick that down with my glue gun. You obviously use whichever glue you prefer. Will do the job. It's just personal taste. And stick that down. And put it in back. There we go. Job done. A nice autumn themed card. I hope you enjoyed that, and I've enjoyed making it for you. And before you go, if you haven't already joined our Facebook groups, please consider joining our 2 Facebook groups. We have Del Bello's Designs Lavinia Lounge and Del Bello's a la carte lounge. Del Bello's Designs a la carte lounge, where we're lovely to see everybody's work, and look forward to seeing you there. Please do share if you make anything, or if any of our design team inspire you. We love to see what people do. So I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.